Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. AMC stock is up about 5.5% today. Not a bad day for AMC. Now, what's going on? We actually do have a little bit of news for AMC that has some people kind of excited. I will say the stock is back above $7 per share. Now, $7 per share is not the make or break it level per se, but if you don't hold 7, I think you go to 5. I don't think $6 is a significant level at all for AMC. I think $6 could be easily wiped away. You could be into the 5s. Now you're holding above 7. This is great news. What's going to come next could be, well, even more exciting. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about this one down below in the comments section, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, first and foremost, like I said, AMC stock is currently at $7.08 per share. You are up 5.64% here on the day today. GME is up about 19% today as well. GME is seeing a lot of volume today. A lot of enthused traders looking forward to GME's earnings coming out next week on December 6th. Now, this could in and of itself be a reason why AMC stock is going higher. That does make sense. Now, GME does have a history of rallying after earnings. Back here in March of 2023, GME rallied 35% the day after earnings. Back here after earnings, GME fell about 17% and then proceeded to rally 6%, another 7%, and then another 11%, actually going higher than when they previously reported earnings about 4 days later. So GME tends to rally upon earnings. If not earnings that day itself, you tend to get a rally following earnings. So it's not a big shocker that some people are like, hey, GME is way, way low. Maybe the stock does give us better earnings than what is expected, and the stock is rallying heading into earnings. Now, that's not going to, that's not to say the stock is going to rally even more after earnings or necessarily crater after earnings. I think that is highly up for debate until we get earnings themselves. But I would say this is having a positive impact on AMC stock today. Now, let's take a look at this article. It says, what's going on with AMC Entertainment stock? Says, AMC Entertainment announces the worldwide opening of Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, on December 1st. AMC Entertainment Holdings AMC shares are trading higher Wednesday. Several meme stocks, including GameStop Corporation, GME, and Carvana, are also up despite a lack of company-specific news. What to know? AMC Entertainment recently announced the worldwide opening of Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, on December 1st. AMC and its investors hope to repeat the major success of AMC's distribution of Taylor Swift The Eras Tour concert movie, which has just crossed the $250 million mark in worldwide ticket sales, according to Yahoo Entertainment. AMC shares are moving on average or on above average trading volume Wednesday, with more than 15.6 million shares already trading hands in the session, according to data from Benzinga Pro. The stock's 100-day average volume is 23.64 million shares. According to Benzinga Pro, shares of AMC are trading below the stock's 50-day moving average of $8.73 and near its 52-week low of $6.52 per share. Now, this film by Beyonce is one of the more positive catalyst that we're kind of latching on to right now. Earnings were great. The writer-actor strike has ended. AMC just diluted shareholders. And ever since then, we have not gotten a positive catalyst. So AMC stock kind of just continued to fall. Like there was no reason for people to be excited about AMC stock. Now there is a reason. But I will say, maybe it goes a little bit deeper. I've talked about this before here on the channel. You really want to be in interest rate sensitive companies in 2024. Companies that will benefit from rates going lower. If you take a look at what markets are currently pricing in, for December 18th, you're pricing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rate cuts for the full year 2024. There's actually a 19.5% chance you get 6 rate cuts by December of 2024. That would be the Fed funds rate at about 4%. By the end of 2024. potentially as low as 3.75%. There's a 5.5% chance Fed funds rates are 3.5%. That would be what, 7 rate cuts by the end of 2024. You want to be in names that have been improving their fundamentals over the past 2 years, that preferably are well-known names, and companies that benefit from rates going lower. AMC will benefit from rates going lower, right? By being able to refinance debt, taking on new debt at cheaper rates. Rates going higher has hurt AMC for years. That's finally going to be coming to an end. So I can see that having a positive impact on AMC stock today, as well as 10-year treasury yields dropping about 7 basis points down to 4.26%. Now, lending in the real economy is more so correlated to 10-year treasury yields, right? 10, 20, 30-year treasury yields. Most of the time, 10-year treasury yields. Like if you get a mortgage, it's based on 10-year treasury yields. Now, the Fed raising rates affects your 10-year treasury yield, sure. But these actual financing instruments, these loans that you will get, are really based on the 10-year treasury. So you've continued to see this thing slide. Now you're back down to September 2023 levels, which were still elevated at the time, right? But you did rise to 5%. Now you're getting closer to about 4% again. You're closer to 4% than you almost are to even 4.5%. That's great news. That's putting some pressure off of these interest rate sensitive companies. That's exactly what you want to see for AMC, for our markets. So it's not a big shocker that interest rate sensitive companies are doing well today. So keep that in mind. That is also helping AMC stock move higher today. Now, we do have some earnings coming out here today in after hours as well that you should know. Snowflake, Salesforce, Okta. Those are going to be some of your big ones. Synopsys, Pure Storage, Five Below, Victoria's Secret, PVH, Nutanix, and La-Z-Boy will also be reporting earnings. Now, let's get into some of the company-specific data here as far as the shorts here in AMC stock. We'll also look at GME as well here briefly. Let's see, give this a second to update. You have 10.76% short interest of free float, $142.63 million worth of short positions in AMC stock. Days to cover 0.9, 21.29 million shares that are currently sold short, 15.84 million shares that are currently out on loan, 1.25% cost to borrow fees, utilization of 37.15%, and a short score of 58.36 out of 100. Cost to borrow average 1.74%, cost to borrow minimum 0.86%. Cost to borrow max at 6.56%. Dang it. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead back, take a look at the option activity for AMC stock today. And, or it takes forever to load sometimes, so that sucks. The option activity here today, pretty dang positive. Holy moly, 6 orders totaling $333,000 with a positive order value of 100%. If you take a look at the volume today, 88.36% of the volume was calls, 11.64% of the volume today was puts. So people are very bullish on AMC stock in terms of option activity. Now let's take a look at GME and what the short interest data looks like over here. So short position of, drumroll please, 21.62%. The estimated short interest is actually 22.39%. You have $778.75 million worth of short positions. Days to cover at 16.16 days. That's insanely high. 57.73 million shares that are currently sold short, 73.83 million shares that are currently out on loan, cost to borrow 1.68%, utilization 88.43%, and a short score of about 85 out of 100. Cost to borrow max 13.6%, cost to borrow average 5.63%, cost to borrow minimum about half of 1%. Taking a look at the option activity here today as well for GME, you do have 77 orders totaling $9.57 million with a positive order value of 74%. A look at the volume, 82.15% of the volume today is to the call side and 17.85% of the volume is to the put side. So these are really good numbers for a potential short squeeze. Now, we will be getting some data coming out tomorrow as well that could move our markets. You have core PC price index month over month, you're expecting that 0.2%. Last month's month over month reading was 0.3%. So you are expecting a slowdown with your core PCE. That would be great news. Personal income month over month expected at 0.2%. That's down from 0.3% last month. That would be great news. Personal spending month over month expected at 0.2%, down from 0.7%. Now you want to see spending okay, because that is kind of going to dictate your GDP estimates for Q4, whether or not we head into a recession. I would say 0.2% is okay. I would say if we come in a little bit higher than that, that's okay. But if you're really negative here, that would obviously be a problem. Like negative half of 1%, negative 1%. Markets might not like that. Now, you're also going to get initial jobless claims. You're expecting 220,000. Last week was 209,000. And PC price index month over month, you're expecting that. This will be your headline at 0.1%. That's down a lot from 0.4% last month. And PCE price index year over year, expecting that at 3%. That would be down a lot from 3.4%. So you almost have a two handle on headline PCE year over year. So the data coming out tomorrow is going to be big. And then on Friday, you're going to get ISM manufacturing PMI, as well as a speech from Fed Jerome Powell. So the rest of this week, you still do have some big data that will be coming out. So I don't want anyone to forget that one. Now, if we take a look at the charts here, AMC stock, like I said, is up 5.67%. But take a look at USO, up 2% today. TLT is up 1%. TLT up 1% is great news. Oil up 2%, not exactly great news. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You're going to get the OPEC meeting. There's rumors that about 1 million additional barrels per day will be cut from the world's oil supply. So that's why USO is up 2%. Don't be surprised if it goes up even more tomorrow, if that's what actually does happen. Now, the dollar is pretty flat on the day today, up 0.05%. Not a big deal. We've seen the dollar falling a lot recently, so that has overall been good news. GLD. This is a weird one. So big money typically knows when something is wrong before we do. Gold is one of those things that big money will buy if there is a problem, a crisis, some kind of fear event that could be coming. And gold is back to where it was during the heights of the banking crisis in March. I don't see a reason why this is happening. So it makes me wonder if there's something going on under the surface that we just don't know about yet that could be breaking. Maybe it's the economy. Maybe it's a bank. Maybe it's geopolitical tensions. Maybe who knows what it is. But there's a reason why gold is doing so well right now. We just don't know. It's a little bit scary if you know anything about markets. Gold rising like this, it's risen like 13-14% since the beginning of October. It's about 13%. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. You have a ceasefire in the Middle East. Doesn't look like anything's too crazy with other tensions, right? Besides the same old Russia, Ukraine. There's nothing else really going on right now that would support gold going higher. So this is a chart I cannot explain. If you continue to break out from here, you really need to be on watch for something bad to happen out there. Right now, I'm not too worried, but starting to get worried nonetheless. Now, again, AMC stock is at $7.07 per share. That is great news. RSI seeing an uptick here at 36.77%. So a nice thrust of momentum. Your MACD is pretty negative. Overall, I just want to see the stock close above $7 per share. If you don't close above 7 on a day like today where GME's up 20%, yeah, we could have a problem. But right now, it's looking pretty good for AMC stock. We need a statement from Adam Aron, preferably, that says he's not going to dilute shareholders anymore. If that does ultimately happen, then I would be a lot more bullish on AMC. But right now, I would say I'm kind of neutral with an upward bias. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.